Because if you look biblically, heaven is an actual physical place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, where?
The kingdom of heaven with all the gates and all the.
The kingdom of heaven was within you.
Well, that too, but like it's the afterlife. Heaven is actual place.
Okay.
So like I think how I interpret it is most people I think religiously view it as a place that you go to. You walk through the gates, like the pearly gates. Why would heaven need gates if it wasn't a place?
Why would heaven need gates if it wasn't a place? I don't know.
Because it's a place that you walk through the gates, and now the gates of heaven.
Yeah.
I'm in this. It's so funny, bro. Like, what you're telling me? Like, I don't know. It sounds like a nightclub, nigga. I'm like,
yo, you got VIP in heaven.
You got VIP. Yo, all ladies get in free. Men too before 11.
So what's your ideal then?
The people that actually fucks with you, they just hit the like button or they just keep coming back. That's how I use YouTube. So I had to actually think about that. I'm like, wait a second. I fucks with a lot of this, but I never leave a comment. I very rarely hit the like button. So this is why I don't beg. Like I just say, do it if you fucks with it. But at the same time, you're looking kind of ugly. Every Monday on my Instagram social media feed, I post an interactive poll question and also on the community page on the YouTube channel. And we leave it up. People vote on it, and me and Dante discuss the results. This week's poll question was, what is your ideal afterlife? And the options were religious concept of heaven, merging with source/energy, reincarnation, or nothing/fade to black. And before we get to the results, Dante, how do you vote on this one?
This one's difficult for me.
Because the wording?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It messes with my dyslexia.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Like, because I think, me personally, maybe it's not dyslexia, maybe it's autism. But like,
this nigga's got everything under this. This nigga's on the spectrum.
No, but merging with source/energy and reincarnation are kind of the same to me.
Okay, but I think you're creating your own definition of reincarnation, which isn't a bad thing. I'm using reincarnation as most people typically look at it.
Which is
you die and come back in another body.
Yes.
Or a bug.
Yeah.
If you fucked up.
Yeah.
So you do view it that way.
Well, if energy doesn't die and you become source energy, anything that's made is a reincarnation.
I don't see it that way.
Because if you merge with source and everything is source, and you're a bug,
how are you reincarnated? If this is a meat suit, what's the reincarnation? If we're talking about source, if you're saying you're part of source, like you're just losing your meat suit, nothing else is happening.
Yeah, but then you get a new one.
So you'd want reincarnation.
Ideally,
you want to come back.
No, ideally, you merge with source.
That's not reincarnation.
I'm saying they're similar. Just in my mind, they're still kind of similar.
So then you'd want to come back, is what you're saying.
No, ideally.
You'd want another body.
No, ideally, you merge with source.
That's not reincarnation.
I know, but I'm saying the byproduct of that is that if you're a source, because source eventually does come back down regardless, right? Yes or no?
Source eventually comes back down regardless. I would wager that source never leaves. Like source is everything, right? God, source, whatever. Yeah. The all.
So you're saying we're not here right now then?
Here doesn't even exist, nigga. Okay. Like if we're actually gonna get esoteric about this shit, this is all it was all a dream.
Yeah. I used to read Word Up magazine. Yeah, for me, ideally merge with source.
You just had to get that out. Yeah, like you just had to. You didn't even put no energy or nothing, but like that was like just a muscle memory thing. You just had to say the rest of it. Yeah, it was all a dream.
I used to read Word Up magazine.
Thank you. That's it. That's all.
No, ideally merge with source/energy.
It's weird. You just fucked my head up though, because like I don't know. I don't even know how you bring reincarnation into that. Because then if you're merging, you're literally losing your meat suit.
What?
Your meat suit, your body.
Okay. Yes.
You're a fucking child, bro. I don't even. Yo, meat suit is also a good candidate for the title of this episode.
All right.
Like yo, what? Well, we are. I mean, like we're both males. We got a hot dog costume on. Like, but none of this shit is real, right? So like, what is reincarnation, dog? Like what?
Well, that's also part of the thing, because you're right. Maybe I'm not using it.
Also, this is your ideal afterlife.
Yeah, ideal afterlife. You merge with source.
That's what, like, but are you saying that because have you thought about the ideal concept of religious heaven? You, all your loved ones in perfect paradise.
That's what source is, no?
Well, yeah, but the different concepts. Merging with source to me is like more energy vibrational thing. Yeah. You literally like you could say you merge with nothing and everything at the same time.
Yes.
But like I feel I think what the religious concept of heaven is like what they depicted in like Black Panther. It's that's
the astral realm.
That's the astral realm. But that's what I think most people view heaven as. Oh, we're in like they won't call it the astral realm. They'll call it heaven. But they see their family, a house for some reason.
You see your family back when we're all sourced together?
No, because I will be my family and I'll be all of it.
Yeah.
But I don't. But that's not like, I think people literally think that they will see bodies and shit. Like they will be in a, because if you look biblically, heaven is an actual physical place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, where?
The kingdom of heaven with all the gates and all the fucking da da da.
The kingdom of heaven was within you.
Well, that too, but like it's the afterlife. Heaven is actual place.
Okay.
So like I think how I interpret it is most people I think religiously view it as a place that you go to. You walk through the gates, like the pearly gates. Why would heaven need gates if it wasn't a place?
Why would heaven need gates if it wasn't a place? I don't know.
Because it's a place that you walk through the gates, and now the gates of heaven. Yeah, I'm in this. It's so funny, bro. Like, what you're telling me, like, yo, I don't know. It sounds like a nightclub, nigga. I'm like,
yo, you got VIP in heaven.
You got VIP. Yo, all ladies get in free. Men too before 11.
So what's your ideal then?
It would be merging, because that's like to me. Because like again, what that means to me is it encompasses everything, bro. If I want to reincarnate after I merge, then it's like. I don't even like, how do I explain this? I'm sticking with merging with source because that is my belief of what does happen. You go back, you just return back to source energy. But I think the ability, I think the concept of religious heaven came out of like old Kemetic and Egyptian.
Yeah, they're trying to explain
They're trying to explain it and give it a physical place and remove you from it. But I'm like, nigga, like we just discussed. Yeah. You become everything. So like, it's not that I need to manifest my entire family in front of me. It's that I am my entire family. Yes. In front of me, above me, below me, within me. Like you just become source. Yeah. And like that. Also what I thought, this is a theory of mine, but I feel like all these space shows and like animes, like for me, Cowboy Bebop. Yes. What if, because we've never really explored space, like what if like when Star Wars depicts, like what if, because getting into the esoteric breakdown of existing here, right, is like whatever you want to believe, God was bored or whatever, fractaled itself up to have an infinite number of experiences, to have an infinite number of inputs, yes, to continue to create. Like what if at that point, like this is like a testing grounds, and then what space actually is like those like those shows, like you have a second like outside of this experience, everything's taking place up there, but this was like the testing ground. It's like, were you worthy enough to make it into the actual, like you have a place and of like people, and you know what I mean. You're fucking flying around, just traveling around, because like, if this whole experience of living and being a human being is God broken up into cajillion individuals, people, things, even this, you know what I mean? Like, however you want to, like, would that cease to like exist in some way? Because once you merge back with source, what do you do with all that input? You create with it.
Yeah,
that's what the old teachings are. That's what all the old Egyptian shit. You're having these experiences now to have experiences to draw from in the afterlife.
Yes. So
then, what are you like? What are you
drawing for?
Drawing for, not from, but for. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. It's like, what are you drawing for?
Drawing for to draw.
So at that point, maybe you fractal up again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which it would be reincarnation.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
You just said fractal up again.
Yeah, maybe. But that's a theory of mine.
Yeah.
Because I can't comprehend what merging with source really is outside of merging with source.
Yeah.
But like,
it'd be everything and nothing.
It would be everything and nothing.
Alpha and omega.
So you would literally be able to create and then like play it all out.
Yes. You'd be able to see your whole family and be your whole family.
And be your whole family.
And your whole family would be you.
But then imagine like all the experiences that you've had.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is the version of you and your family that you remember. But what if you've been here before and like all of a sudden you make it back out after death, quote unquote. And then it's like,
well,
remember, yo, what's up? Mom, like all your moms, and like all your dads, all your siblings, all your cousins and shit. Like,
yeah.
All right.
That's how it would be. I mean, that's
like, yeah. But I don't see that as reincarnation. Because to me, reincarnation involves coming back to this plane.
Not any plane.
Not any plane. This plane.
Can you be reincarnated? Because I think you could be reincarnated in a different plane.
Potentially, yeah.
If it's possible.
Why not? Yeah.
Is that reincarnation?
Well, is that reincarnation, or is that you not now having a new experience, going to a different?
Well, if you
plane of existence,
you're gonna have a new experience. If you come back as an ant, you're gonna have a different. You're not gonna have a human.
Fair enough, and you won't even. Yeah. Ant, fair enough.
And you wouldn't even know that you're a human.
Mm.
So what if, going back to your Star Wars analogy, what if someone dies on Earth and they're reborn on Hoth?
Good question.
Is that reincarnation? I mean, technically, but once again, you come down here with amnesia, so you don't really know. You forget.
True.
You fractaled out back into a Star Wars screenplay. That's where your consciousness goes.
Or maybe you just had such a good idea that you decided to come back as a human that could execute that idea and put it out into the public.
Yeah.
But then I think then you're wrapped up too much in humanity.
No, because you want people to also be able to come out. That's
yeah, but you can also, what's the whole concept of Akashic records and all this stuff? Jimi Hendrix saying he used to just pull songs out of the fucking air.
Yes.
I'm like, do you have to come back then to get your ideas out? Or can you just put ideas out into the ether and have somebody down here tap into that and you get your idea out? I mean, a lot of Hollywood is fucking occult for a reason. They're all, how many of these actors and actresses all say they're literally, they're channeling entities and beings and stuff when they act?
Yeah. Well, you know, that's what the Greeks used to do.
Of course.
They used to, when they would do a play, they would get everybody like mildly drunk, right? So like everyone would be watching this play, and then the actors, they would just channel, and then they would become like a channeled version of a specific god or whatever, a character, and then that's how they would act. But they'll just be turned. And
a lot of people saying like specific role. That's why you got to be careful taking specific roles. One being the Joker.
I was just thinking.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like apparently, and I don't know if this is confirmed or not, but apparently Jack Nicholson warned Heath Ledger. He's like, yo, you're taking on this character.
Be careful.
The energy of this character, like where you'll have to go mentally to become and embody this character is such a dark place. And the nigga died. So Joaquin Phoenix played the Joker recently.
Yes.
That guy's a method actor too, so I wonder what the hell that was like for him, because the version of the Joker that he played is so fucking deranged.
Yeah, and he's a stand-up comic.
And no, he's not a stand-up comic.
Yeah, he was.
No, the character, the Joker. He wasn't he tried comedy.
No, but he was doing comedy.
Have you ever seen the movie The Joker? Oh wait, was it? No, The Comedian.
Phoenix.
No. Have you ever seen the movie The Comedian?
No.
The Joker is literally, and it's,
you know, so funny. Just going back to that part real quick. All the times his jokes working, I was dying of laughter because of how bad it was. So like he is up there on stage like dying of all these jokes, but like everyone in the crowd's like, "Yo, what the hell is this?" And I was like, "Yo, like this shit's hilarious."
Leave the timer up for me, please.
Oh yeah.
Like just put this half. You don't need a full screen. Yeah, so the movie The Joker was completely like almost, bro, some scenes are just completely recreated from a Martin Scorsese, Robert De Niro movie called The Comedian. Literally, Robert De Niro plays the Joker in this movie, The Comedian, but he's a comedian.
Yeah.
That scene where in The Joker, he's in the late night talk show interview, that's straight up a scene from The Comedian.
Robert De Niro's in that.
And Robert De Niro's, and he's, yes, he plays the fucking talk show host, which in his movie, he was the Joker essentially, but it wasn't the Joker. He was a fucking deranged comedian. Like Martin Scorsese, and like that's the same as Raging Bull, right? The same premise. Or is it not Raging? Is it Taxi Driver or Raging Bull? It's one of the two. I think it's Taxi Driver actually.
Yeah, but back to channeling. You gotta be careful with that.
Y'all gotta be careful if you're gonna get into acting. Be careful. Anyways, back to the poll question once again before we get to the results. This week's poll question was: what is your ideal afterlife? And the options were: religious concept of heaven, merging with source/energy, reincarnation, or nothing, fade to black. And the results are perfect. Let that fucking nigga.
That's
you
a
better.
sign.
That's a sign.
The horn?
Yeah, I know. Someone, yeah, there we go. Get your goddamn. That's from outside the studio right now. I'm sure you guys heard that. But the results are 18% said religious concept of heaven, 64% said merging with source/energy, 18% said reincarnation, and nobody said nothing, fade to black. Salutes to y'all. Which is so fun. Like, I put the word ideal there specifically.
Yeah.
Because like even atheists, I think, or people that say that you just go to fade to black, don't want that to be the case.
That's not their ideal.
That's not their ideal.
Yeah. Maybe a better question would be, what do you think happens? Regardless of if it's your ideal or not. Because obviously people are, their ideal is like, we all just go to source and energy. That's the ideal for some people. I mean, some people would like to be reincarnated as an ant.
Not necessarily an ant. I'm sure they don't want to be reincarnated as that.
You'd be a rock.
Well, you're taking a chance depending on the life you live, I guess. And how much more information you need to.
Did you see Everything Everywhere All at Once? You watched that?
No, I couldn't stand that movie.
Well,
I tried to watch it.
So basically, their consciousness goes through a whole bunch of different universes, right? And one of them, they just become rocks with like googly eyes on them. But their consciousness is in the rock, and they're like, "This is so peaceful. I'm just a rock. I'm not moving, not doing anything. I just am."
I just am, yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's also reincarnation.
Did they put eyes on the rock?
Yeah, like you know those like googly eyes.
Nah, I'm happy I didn't watch that fucking movie.
No, but the whole point is because they have googly eyes throughout the thing. Like they put the googly eye like
third eye.
Third eye.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Interesting. Like I love the concept and premise. I just think the execution and the story.
But you didn't watch it though.
I watched like 20, 30 minutes. I tried to watch it. I made it 20, 30 minutes in. And I'm like, fuck this movie.
Nah, you gotta watch it again.
Nah. I get the concept. I feel like I've watched that movie in multiple other.
So you're saying that movie was reincarnated in different.
I'm saying that movie
shows.
is a reincarnation of another.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, let's be honest, nothing under the sun is new.
So ideas are also reincarnated, you're saying.
Up there, bro. Just pull the ideas down.
Pull them down.
Just pull them down.
Nothing's new under the sun.
Nothing under the sun is new, son.
Son.
Yeah, that's this week's poll question. Let's see the YouTube results. I think we got some votes on that one too.
Yeah, let me pull that up.
Yeah. But once again, if you want to get in on the poll questions, we are now going to actively post the poll question every Monday. Like we already post the actual question, but I mean the clips. So
this one got 25 votes.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, it's starting to pick up. The YouTube, we're hitting some nice milestones and we're getting some nice traction. This last episode didn't do too great, which sucks because that episode was really good. If you're listening to this, go check out last week's episode. I'm really proud of that one, which I am of all of them. But like, I don't know when you do
see the results. Like,
just go to the community tab and click into the actual thing.
I did.
No, you didn't. because I know the problem you're having.
So I'm here.
Yeah.
Now what?
Click the little
This?
that. Nope. That. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah, I made the same mistake. So salutes to y'all. This is the most votes we've had on the community page. Poll question. So this is fucking awesome. I'm very excited for that. Thank you. Love and respect. You are the beautiful people of this podcast. Even if you haven't subscribed just yet, but you voted on this poll, you're a beautiful person. What is your ideal afterlife? Damn, bruh. 48% said religious concept of heaven. 20% said merging with source. 16% said reincarnation, and 16% said nothing fade to black. Very interesting. Why? That's your ideal afterlife. Maybe they read it as, what do you think happens? Maybe.
Well, another thing that, because some people, there's that sense, people are like
just fed up.
Nihilistic.
I'm just fed up. I'm just done.
They're just done with everything.
I'm just done.
That would be sick for them, because it's like if everything's done after they're gone, they don't have to deal with this shit no more.
But after you're gone from here, you're not dealing with this shit.
No, but that's their ideal.
You're just not dealing with anything.
Nothing. Fade to black.
That's wild. I wonder what happens to those souls. Because
those
you're
are the ones that come back.
Well, because you're essentially so maybe that's actually where the reincarnation thing comes in. Because it's like, if you know that energy doesn't die,
Some
it
people
just
don't know
transfers. Fair enough. You know what? Fair enough. Not everybody knows that. But that's a scientific fact. So if you know that energy doesn't die, it just transfers, then what happens to your dead body? Or have you seen the scientific thing, like your body actually loses a certain amount of weight after you die, but they can't attest for it? Like immediately after you die, you lose
like a percentage.
And they're saying, is that the soul?
Yeah.
Does the soul have a weight? And it's literally like a pound, like half a pound or something. Like, you know what? Like it's
half
just,
a pound.
Well, I don't know. It's like a minuscule number. You know what I mean? Compared to a human's body weight.
Yeah, but half a pound of soul. I remember there was this one video
Or something like this. I don't even know. Like, I might be misremembering this, or this might even be from a show, and I might just be
carrying a lot of baggage. Then they might have half a pound. But there's this one video.
Talking to the mic.
They're basically saying like, how much does the internet weigh? Like everything that's on the internet.
Yeah.
How much would that weigh? And basically they said,
yeah,
if you were to compile it all into one thing, it'd be like the weight of a strawberry. Like the average strawberries, how much the whole... And this was like a couple years ago before TikTok, so it's probably 2 strawberries now.
The fuck? What the fuck? All right.
I'm just saying, like, consciousness might have a weight to it,
And it's a strawberry.
That's the internet.
That's the internet.
But that's what I'm saying. So, does a soul have more weight than the internet? Probably. I'd say so.
Is this like an actual scientific thing, or this might just be a show?
What?
I feel like this might be a show that I'm confusing for real life information. Look this up for me, Jamie.
What do you want me to look up? Is the internet weigh?
No. The internet. How much does the internet weigh?
Yeah, they said it was a strawberry.
Oh, sorry. Okay, no, sorry. Yeah.
How much does a soul weigh?
Yeah. Does the soul weigh anything? Yes. How much does the soul weigh? Live science. Can you control plus for me? There we go. Legend has it that a person's soul weighs 21 grams. Is there any truth to it? Scroll down. An everlasting soul is a powerful concept. Perhaps that's why some have been dissatisfied with leaving matters of the soul to faith, instead turning to science in attempts to prove the soul exists. If you've heard that the soul weighs 21 grams or seen the 2003 film 21 grams, fuck. I never even watched that movie though, so I don't know. Alluding to this fact, then you've heard the results of one of these rather unusual experiments. So how much does the soul really weigh? Well, the bad news is that, of course, no one can say. Science can't prove that the soul exists.
What?
And scientists can't weigh it. But the bizarre story of one doctor's attempt to do just that is worth hanging around for. Weighing the soul. Okay. There was just one way to find out. McDougall reasoned since the substance considered in our hypothesis is linked organically with the body until death takes place, it appears to me more reasonable to think that It must be some form of
Gravitative
matter, and therefore capable of being detected at death by weighing a human being in the act of death. He wrote in the scientific paper he would eventually publish in 1907 about his effort. McDougall teamed up with the Dorchester blah blah blah, a charitable blah hospital. The great experiment. McDougall's first patient, a man died on April 10th. Get rid of that for me, please. A man died on April 10th, 1901, with a sudden drop in the scale of 0.75 ounces, 21.2 grams. And in that moment, the legend was born. It didn't matter much that McDougall's next patient lost 0.5 ounces, 14 grams, 15 minutes after he stopped breathing, or that the third case showed an inexplicable two-step loss of 0.5 ounces, a 0.5 ounce, and then 1 ounce, 28.3 grams, a minute later. That's enough of that, but that's very interesting.
How much of that is like the air that's in your body?
Yeah,
in
leaving
your lungs. In
True.
your intestines, because like when you die, you fart and
yeah, you release your bowels and shit.
That also weighs.
You release your bowels and shit.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna skip the last part of the show.
This is Black Zeus, the podcast season 5.
I love y'all. Thank you for supporting. Once again, the Patreon is launched. If you do want to watch my comedy special right now, you can do so. It's only $10, and you can get it as part of the subscription fee. So, like, if you subscribe to the Patreon, you can get it that way, or you can just buy it outright for $10 that way. Once again, for transparency, I will release the comedy special for free on the YouTube once we hit 1,000 subscribers. So you can also just hit the subscriber button and just do that. You can support that way, whichever way you want to support. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that. I don't necessarily use it the way everybody else does, but I'm there if you want to find me. AKA Black Zeus is the person to find on those platforms.